Hey there, guys, and welcome back to the Two Players Podcast, episode 22. We are winding down to the end of this year. We're finally in December, so there are a couple of news topics here. The main thing that we're probably going to talk about a lot is the Game Awards. So it just happened yesterday, so might as well talk about that later in the show. But first piece of news is that Target listed Breath of the Wild to be released in June 13th, and that is the first day of E3 for next year. So I don't know about this, really. Like, what are your thoughts on it?
All right, so when is the Switch coming out? March, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in March.
Okay, so I mean that's like it's not that far away.
Yeah, it's like
it's 3 months, right?
3 more months of a delay.
I mean, I also think it's
afterwards.
good because not a lot of games come out in the summertime anyway. So I think it would give a lot of people a lot of time to play this game because it's probably gonna be really big. But it's still like I would like for it to be a launch title, obviously, but I don't think it's that bad of a wait. Like I could wait 3 months for it. I don't know about you, but also the first day of E3, that's a little weird to release a game. But I think I'm okay with this if it's true.
I mean, like I'm a not that big of a Zelda fan, so I'm just like, if it actually does come out on June 13th, that's sort of just like Nintendo just shooting themselves in the foot again, because before they were like, yeah, we're gonna show off the NX at E3, and then they didn't, and now if they're gonna actually delay Breath of the Wild even further, I don't think that's a good move. But obviously, the game's gonna succeed either way, whether it comes out in March or June. So I really like obviously better in March, but if they delay it further, it's like whatever.
Yeah, I think
Really.
this is okay. Like, I could wait until the
Yeah,
summer.
but I would imagine that the outcry would definitely be large.
Oh yeah, people want it right now, but
Yeah,
it's not happening.
it freaking won the most anticipated game of the year at the Game Awards last night. So
Of course,
a lot of
'cause
people
it's
do want
Zelda.
this game. That too.
All right, so Lego City Undercover is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and a Nintendo Switch.
So
Wasn't
that's
this released
just
on
another.
Wasn't this
That's
released
just
on Wii U?
Yeah, that was just another Wii U exclusive off of the list.
Yeah.
Basically. So, obviously, Lego decided to jump the ship a lot later. They pretty much jumped the ship when it was already sunk.
Yeah,
Basically.
basically. I think
So-
everyone did.
So, I mean, I personally have not played Lego City Undercover if they release it at a reasonable price.
I heard it was
So,
good.
like, yeah, I heard it was pretty good too. But if it's like $30 at launch for like PS4, I'll buy it. Despite it being a previous Nintendo exclusive, I probably won't even buy it on the Switch because I still don't know exactly on how powerful that console is gonna be. So right now, when the game does come out and if it's at a reasonable price, I'll definitely pick it up on PS4.
Yep. I mean, I probably won't because I like Lego games, but like not
Yeah.
that much.
I
They're
mean,
okay.
yeah. I've been playing Lego games since I was like, I guess since I started playing games. Like Lego Star Wars was definitely like one of my favorite games on the PS2 when I was younger. So, I mean, I'm not really into them as much because they're obviously meant for kids.
Yeah.
But I see what they're doing with the whole Lego games. They're adding voice acting. They're moving up the graphic fidelity because they're moving up on better hardware and all that other stuff. So, I mean, I like the direction that they're going. Am I really into it? I mean, not really, because I'm older and I'm into different games now. So, the whole like just going level to level collecting stuff sort of just like gets boring and redundant at times. So, rumored that Marvel vs. Capcom 4 will be coming in 2017. So, I believe that this isn't like an official like announcement. It just says like sources Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is gonna happen. So
I think that's great because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is like really old by now, right?
it came out a while ago. I remember Louis getting it for the Xbox or PS3 or whatever. So yeah, it's been a while since we've gotten a Marvel vs. Capcom game. So if they decide to release a new one in 2017, I wouldn't mind it because more Marvel vs. Capcom is always good. So
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I think I only played a little bit of 3. I think I had it at one point. And it's fun, I like it. I also like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, when they're on arcades and stuff. They're fun. So I wouldn't mind the fourth one. It would be nice to see it at Evo and stuff because,
yeah.
seeing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 there. It's just
over
like, it's
and over
there.
again.
Yeah, it's
because
just there.
the last version that they released, according to this article, was early 2011, which was the follow-up Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So it's been like 5 years. Actually, it will be 6 years if obviously they're gonna release it next year. So it's gonna be 6 years whenever they release it next year. So that's a long time. That's definitely a reasonable span of time to release a new game. You know, a sequel, obviously.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so Nintendo at Universal, they gave more sort of like, they didn't really show much at all. They kind of just
just like explain their vision on what they want for the Universal parks to have in terms of like Nintendo stuff. So I mean, I'm sort of excited for it. They said that it's going to be at all of the Universal Park locations. So I believe it's Florida, California, and Japan, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So those are all of the locations that it's going to be at. Hopefully that every single location has like different, you know, like obviously attractions. But I mean, I'm excited to see what Universal has in store in terms of the Nintendo stuff, obviously. So I just wonder what they're going to do. It's other than like, we're going to try to immerse you into the world of Nintendo and all this other stuff. So
yeah, I could see some cool like rides, like a Galaxy ride or something from Mario Galaxy.
My god, a roller coaster Galaxy ride, that would be fun. Or like F-Zero or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff they could do with this. So you know, I'm really excited. I think they announced this partnership like last year, right, or something.
Yeah, they talked about Nintendo doing like theme parks or something like that last year. So now that we have, you know, official like confirmation and like what sort of like their vision is of it, it's pretty exciting. So, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are obviously now planning their future vacations now. So
yeah, it's probably not gonna be until a while though, because it's gonna take a long time to construct.
Probably gonna be if I were to guess, maybe like 2 years from now. I would say 2018.
It's gonna be
the earliest.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to build all that crap.
And obviously to test it to make sure that no one
dies. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no one dying. That would be great.
Alright, so the Video Game Awards announcements they made were like, it wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it wasn't
the announcements
that
they made weren't exactly obviously mind blowing. I actually watched the show a little bit late, so I didn't know that they were gonna make a Bulletstorm remake or like remaster, full clip edition. I mean,
Duke Nukem is in there.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but you know, I feel like Bulletstorm was only like purchased from a lot of people because it came with the Gears 3 beta. I believe.
It was fun, but
yeah, it was still, you know, a pretty good game, but obviously it was only a single player like game, so it sort of dropped down in price very, very quickly. Pretty sure if you were to walk into a GameStop nowadays, it'd probably be like
70 cents or something.
Yeah, like less than $1 or so.
Yeah.
But where the real stuff came in after Hideo Kojima won the Gaming Idol of the Year or something like that. I forget exactly what the wording was, but they showed off more of Death Stranding, and it still looks very confusing, and I don't know what's going on.
They got babies and stuff. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, and then there's like soldiers that are like skeleton people or something like that.
Yeah, like I don't know what's happening, but it looks interesting. You know, it's you know.
I mean, it's Hideo Kojima, so I'm pretty sure nothing could really go wrong with the project unless obviously someone else takes over the project itself. But I feel like that Death Stranding, the first bit of gameplay that we'll see is going to be pretty good, I hope.
Yeah.
They also announced Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale's game.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that.
The Telltale series. So, they announced that they had a Marvel project in the works a couple years back or something like that. So the fact that we now finally have the confirmation that it is Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, a lot of people were like, what kind of IP or franchise they could use from Marvel to make a Telltale series? And I think Guardians of the Galaxy could really, you know, do well because there's a lot of different characters, and obviously doing different choices will, you know, influence different characters in different ways. So hopefully that this new Guardians of the Galaxy game does pretty well.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, you know, it just be good and I'll be happy with it. I'll buy it. I mean, I usually don't buy Telltale games till like way later anyway, until all 5 episodes are out, so I could just play them all in a row. That's how I usually work with them. So I'll probably just wait. But I hope it's good. I heard the Batman one was pretty good. So
Yeah, I hear that the Batman one's actually like pretty good right now. So I mean, like, just watching or listening to the co-optional podcast recently, they said that if you're like a hardcore Batman fan, like you know everything about Batman, you probably won't really like the Telltale series. But if you're like a casual fan, like I'm pretty sure you and I are, where it's like we watch the movies and like we play some of the games, we'll probably like the Telltale series. But I can't really say much for sure. But that's what Jesse said on the co-optional podcast. But a couple of other things that they announced: Dauntless. It's like a co-op RPG or something like that. I don't know.
It says it's a new free-to-play PC game. So I have no idea. That sounds like MOBA territory to me, but it doesn't look like an MMO, so it's probably like a MOBA or something. I don't know what it is, alright? But I hope it's not a MOBA, because we don't need more MOBAs.
Oh yeah, another MOBA when we have League of Legends, Dota, Heroes, and Smite, and I think that those are like the major four out there.
Yeah,
so.
The rest are just like there.
Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
This is, I mean,
it's an arena shooter.
Yeah, when we first saw it, it was like, oh look, Overwatch.
It's not really like Overwatch. It's a lot more like Unreal Tournament and stuff like that. So
okay.
It's a lot more like just shooting people, no abilities or anything like that. And I do like that a lot. I do like the Quake style like arena shooter. I also like the hero shooter as they're called, like Overwatch and what was the other game called? Frickin'
Battle Right?
Yeah, no, not Battle Right. It's Battle something. I already forgot the name because it's already dead. But it's like those, and this is more like a Quake style game. So that's cool. I know a lot of people were wanting this, so that's cool that they're doing this. It doesn't look too much like Overwatch, like everyone's saying, but it's interesting. I don't know how well it will do, but there you go. There's also Prey, which is like
Prey happened.
It looks like BioShock, like really like
BioShock in space. That's how like you and your brother described it as we were watching it.
Yeah, it looks exactly like BioShock, but it looks cool, I guess. I mean, not much to say about it right now. Just like generic shadow monsters. It's like spooky.
Yeah,
that's about it. And new Legend of Zelda trailer they showed.
Oh my.
All right, so instantly enough. All right, so they showed a new trailer, which was pretty good. Just showed a trailer, and then they showed this really bad gameplay demo.
I don't know if it was the stream or what it was, but when we were watching the Zelda gameplay, it looked alright. So first up, they're playing it on the Wii U, so they aren't using the NX.
Yes.
So the game just looked like it was having a hard time just handling the game. So it looked like it was at like a solid 20 frames per second, and then when Link or like when anything big would happen on screen, the frame rate just dipped. I don't know if that's actually how the game's gonna function. I hope that's not how the game's gonna function on the Wii U, because that's just a huge disadvantage for people that want to play Breath of the Wild but don't want to buy the Switch.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like just watching that whole gameplay, like I guess demo. Like, it just looked really, really bad. Like, 20 frames per second, it even looked like 30. And then, I don't know, like, build training just, like, being pretty bad at the game, too. So.
Yeah, I don't know why they even showed any of this off. They could just show that one trailer in the beginning of the show. That would have been fine. This gameplay demo just made a lot of people like, what? So, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm still looking forward to the game, and hopefully that's just an early build or something, or that area isn't optimized yet, I hope. But that was pretty disappointing to see that frame rate, because that's just bad. Also, the Shovel Knight, they're doing the other night.
Oh, yeah, the prequel or something like that.
Yeah, they're doing the Spectral Knight character. They're really cool. Like, so you can play Shovel Knight, obviously. They released another update to the game last year, which was with Plague Knight, and it's like basically a whole new campaign with like a totally different gameplay mechanics. It's really fun. And now they're doing another campaign with Spectral Knight, so that's cool. These were all stretch goals, so it's really cool that they keep updating the game like that.
So instead of being like, hey, here's our stretch goal, and they actually did it instead of you trying to run away.
And they don't charge you for it. It's like free. So,
oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Wow. It's a free update.
That's
awesome.
It's like a lot of content in it too. So I'm glad about that.
The whole prequel.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
It's pretty cool. I love Shovel Knight. So.
Halo Wars 2. I'm pretty sure both of us don't have much interest in this other than hey, it's happening.
I mean, I'll play it. I love RTSs, but I need to get Windows 10 and I like Windows 7 too much. So sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like that's the main like we could talk about this for like a couple minutes, but the problem with like like Microsoft releasing their PC games on
It's
Windows 10 stores
Yeah.
is the fact that it's on Windows 10.
Yeah.
So
And it's like,
if they were to
like Windows 7 too much.
Yeah, I still have Windows 7. You still have Windows 7. There's a lot of people that have downgraded when they upgraded.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like that if they just like put it on Steam or like another like platform that Windows 7 users could download the game and play it, there would definitely be a lot more people playing Gears 4 and several other Windows 10 exclusive games at the moment. So, I mean, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally
thoughts on
play
it?
like Gears 4 and Halo Wars 2 if they weren't only for Windows 10. Like, I like that they're having PC versions, and I heard the ports are really good. Like the Gears of War 4 port was really good, but
yeah, Gears 4 was actually optimized really well for PC.
But I also heard the Windows Store is kind of bad, so that's what Toby's.
It actually is.
Yeah. So
because
yeah,
when I try to play Gears 4, just from like my personal experience, I'm using my brother's account, so it was like first you have to buy the game on the Windows Store, and then you have to download it opening the Xbox app or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard if you want to play with other people, right?
And then after that, you have to make sure that your Xbox app is connected to the internet or something like that, because I couldn't play with my friend because I was having some sort of error with the internet connection despite me being connected to the internet right then and there. It's just that the Xbox app is being dumb and stupid and really finicky, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but yeah, just like if they were to just go the like, I guess, much more preferred route from a lot of people is just upload it on Steam and just let Steam handle it, and then you obviously rake in a little bit less profit, but a lot more people will be playing your games. So
yeah, basically, I just wish they like at least put the Windows Store for Windows 7 too, even if it's trash. Like, let me at least buy your game. Like, what, you don't want my money or something? Jeez. All right, but besides that, The Walking Dead season 3 they showed gameplay of.
Yeah. They actually aren't calling it season 3, but everyone's gonna call it season 3.
You know what? It has Clementine in it, might as well.
Yeah.
Season 3.
I believe it's called The Last Frontier or something like that. And on the premiere date, I believe it's like December 4th, 5th, something like that. Or actually, yeah, that's actually pretty soon. On that day, they're actually releasing 2 episodes because the first episode that they wanted to make as the premiere was too damn big, so they were like, let's just make 2 episodes and release them on the same day.
I don't know how many episodes this is gonna be, but
I mean, yeah, I hope it's still 5 at least, but if it's 6, that'll be really good, obviously. But if it's still 5, that's good. I'm pretty sure that they just wanted to jam in a lot of stuff for the first episode because there's like this new character that you're playing as. I believe you're not playing as Clementine now.
I don't think so. I think I'm playing as the other dude.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that a majority of the first episode is going to be you controlling him and trying to, I guess, develop this sort of relationship as quickly as possible with this new character, and then maybe at the end of episode 1 you'll meet Clementine, and then in episode 2 you'll, I guess, team up with her and stuff like that. So this is just like my predictions on what they're going to do. It's probably going to be something like that, very similar, but I'll just wait and see, because I'll probably buy it at launch, to be honest, because I did it for season 2 and I loved it, because during like the month's gaps, and then when I would play like episode 2, episode 3, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened, and oh yeah, I did that, and then finally getting to play the adventure more was just much more fun.
Yeah, I still never seen season 2, so I should probably
I mean that. Like, you have the preference of just like sitting down and just like going through all 5 episodes, right?
Yeah.
I personally, like having that sort of wait and that sort of gap in between, just so like I get some sort of, I guess, room to think about it and, I guess, take it all in. So
yeah, I like to binge stuff, so
I know that.
All right, so the last thing was Mass Effect Andromeda, which is like it's the new Mass Effect game, but it's doing something different that actually reminds me a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X, where it looks like it's like moving more towards the exploration base of the game and more far away from the story base of it. And Xenoblade Chronicles X did the same thing. Xenoblade Chronicles was more focused on the story, same thing with Mass Effects 1 through 3, while this game is more focused on just exploring and stuff like that. And, you know, they both did the same thing. I saw a lot of people in Twitch chat comparing the twos, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone with that. But besides that, the game looks good, you know, it looks beautiful, and I really need to play the Mass Effect series. That's been something I want to do for a while. And, you know, they said, like, oh, we're not remastering them, so good luck, nerds. I need to play it.
Oh, no.
Gotta play it on... I have the first one on Steam.
At least they told us that.
Yeah, because I know the first one on Steam has some issues that you gotta fix up before you play it, but, yeah, it's always a series I want to try, and, this game looks beautiful, you know? It looks like freaking No Man's Sky if it was good. Because, like, you go to different planets. Yeah, you go to different planets. You could, you know, go into it. You could talk to the NPCs and stuff. It looks like really good. So and you know, I love Xenoblade Chronicles X. I just hope this game has a better story because Xenoblade Chronicles X story was pretty trash. So you know, hopefully this game delivers a little more on that. But I mean, you also have no giant mechs in this, so I don't know. But yeah, it looks good. I'll buy it if I ever finish all the Mass Effect games. Even though I don't think you have to, but you know, I want to.
Yeah, because there's some sort of like reboot, sort of.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, personally, I wanted to try out the Mass Effect series, but just never got around to do so. So, I mean, it looks good. I hope it's good, but I'm not really interested in it at the moment. So.
Yeah, the combat looks really good too from what they showed. It's very nice.
Like, everything about this game looks pretty good thus far, and it's still in pre-alpha. Yeah. So, there's definitely a lot more work for them to get done. So, you know, hopefully they just, you know, keep where they're going right now and then just keep improving on that stuff. So all right, so let's get into some of the awards, just like recap some of them that happened last night.
All right, so let's go all the way down. Actually, let's not start with the game of the year. Let's not start with that. So
we
want to start with the esports stuff, or
so the esports game of the year was Overwatch. So
I know a lot of people are mad about that because Overwatch really hasn't established itself too much yet, and it does have a lot of issues.
I feel like maybe if it was like next year's game, it could have won that, but I don't know. As a person that like watches some Counter-Strike, a lot of League of Legends, I feel like it was really between those two games because in Overwatch esports, there's still a lot of like spectating stuff that they're trying to fix out because when like a team fight happens, it's literally just like a bunch of ultimates just going off, and it's sort of hard to follow everything. Yeah. And everyone usually just looks at the kill feed on what happens. No one really watches the actual team fight because it's sort of hard to follow.
Yeah.
So I feel like it should have been between CS:GO or League. Personally, I would have chose CS:GO because I feel like CS:GO had a huge resurgence this year in terms of like their esports scene. So, I mean, Overwatch, a lot of people will say it's rigged, which it sort of is because a lot of these categories are not fan votes. Yeah. So it's like literally based on like a set amount of people. So I mean,
I agree with that. Yeah.
I like Overwatch, but I don't think it was worthy of the esports game of the year because there's just so much for the esports scene to develop, and it's just so early on. Like the game literally just came out this year, so
yeah, and like like you said, the game is like really hard to follow when a bunch of ults are going out and stuff. It was either between the two MOBAs or CS:GO, like because it's a preference if you like League or Dota more, and CS:GO. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was either between those three. Now I don't think Overwatch didn't really deserve it that much because but whatever, it won. Good job, Blizzard, you did it. But all right, so best esports team. This one, Cloud9 won.
Yeah, Cloud9 won. SK Gaming, I think they're only really well known in Europe. Rox Tigers and SKT are only well known in Korea and within the League of Legends scene. And then Wings Gaming, that's a Dota 2 team. So Cloud9, they just have a bunch of teams across the board. They have a League team, they have CS:GO, they have Smash players and several other esports players in their org. So pretty sure Cloud9 was definitely the clear victor for here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, obviously some people may say SKT, but they're only really well known within League of Legends, which speaking of League, esport player of the year Faker didn't win, but it was this player named Cold Zura. Not really a huge Counter-Strike follower, but he won the award, and he's a Counter-Strike player. So
yeah, good job, guy. So best fan creations was a little wonky because they had to take out the
they had
Metroid
to take
2
out
remake
some
and the Pokemon Uranium because obviously
because
Nintendo.
those two games got taken down. So they did not announce the winner. I'm pretty sure we'll never know unless they do it later, like down the road. They'll announce who the winner was, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably like never know really.
Yeah.
So, trending gamer. This was kind of weird because I only really knew two of them, Angry Joe Show and Boogie.
Yeah.
All of the other people I did not really know, but Boogie won. I'm assuming that's because of his large fan base of just so many like different people. But I'm pretty sure that this was not a fan vote, but it could have been. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm happy for Boogie. You know, he's been on YouTube for a really long time.
Oh,
so
yeah,
the fact that
ever.
he finally gets a award to show off on how much work he has put in as a content creator is awesome. So.
Yep. All right. So most anticipated game, we already said it was Legend of Zelda. And
yeah. Some of the other their games on here. I mean, God of War. It's sort of too early. Horizon Zero Dawn. It probably could have been a close.
I mean, it's a
second
new
or
IP,
third.
so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little.
That too.
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean, before last night, we didn't even see any gameplay of it, so it was kind of hard
I thought
to judge.
Red Dead Redemption 2 was actually going to win.
Yeah.
When I saw it, but
honestly, because Red Dead 2 was sort of just like a curveball from Rockstar, so definitely top two. But I think Zelda was the clear winner, in my opinion, just because we've seen so much of the game and it's so close to release, or supposed release.
yeah.
So, best multiplayer game, there were actually several games, but Overwatch obviously came out as the clear victor. Overcooked, despite it being a fun game, it's not really well known. Gears 4 probably could have taken top 3, I would assume.
Well,
Titanfall.
Yeah, well, all of these games, like even Titanfall 2 is pretty fun, but
yeah.
well, all of these, it's like Overwatch is probably the one that's gonna have the most longevity out of all of these because they're gonna be sequels
yeah,
to all of
probably.
these. And
Yeah,
Overwatch,
because-
there's only gonna be one Overwatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fine with that. It deserved that. So I mean, not really much else to say about that. You know, it was a good year for shooters though. It was a lot of good shooters.
Yeah, there were a lot of shooters. Gears 4, Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, mix sort of, I think.
Yeah.
The new COD, along with the remastered and several other shooters that I forget. Best sport/racing. The weird thing about this category is that the racing game won when there's more sports games.
There's only one racing game here.
So
yeah, I don't know about that one. I really thought FIFA might have won, but because soccer is pretty big everywhere.
Oh yeah, FIFA is definitely pretty big, but I don't know why there were literally 2 soccer games on here.
Yeah. All right, so best family game, Pokemon Go won. I don't know about that one, but
I mean, I can't blame them because literally everyone was playing it when it came
that's
out.
true.
So
Ratchet Clank show won something, but it's fine.
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, I do feel bad for Ratchet and Clank. You know, they should have definitely won something. But when Pokemon Go is there and literally everyone was playing it when it came out, it's sort of hard to compete.
It really makes me mad that they just didn't follow up with this game at all. Like now they're releasing like Gen 2 Pokemon and Shinies and stuff, but it's like too late. Like no one cares anymore.
Yeah, if they did it within like the first week, I'd have mad or like the first month. You know, first week's sort of like too much for them since they are still a little small studio.
Yeah.
So if they did it within like the first month, I'm pretty sure a lot more people would still be playing it. Personally, I sort of dropped it after like that huge like adventure we went on in like Port Jeff and stuff.
Oh yeah, it
so,
was fun though. So
yeah, it was fun, but like after that, I was like, oh my god, dude, I can't do this.
no, you just stop caring after a certain point.
Yeah. So.
All right, so best strategy game, Civ 6 won. There were some really good strategy games also. Fire Emblem Fates, Banner Saga 2, Total War, Warhammer, and XCOM 2. They're all really good, but Civ 6 took it because it's Civilization.
I feel like yes. Civ 6 took it just because it's Civ.
I mean, it's a good game. It's like probably the best Civ game without expansions.
Yeah.
So like, Civ 5 was pretty bad without the 2 expansions that added religion and trade routes. So Civ 6 already has all of that. So I think it's just a good game. The AI is a little wonky, but besides that, it's a good game. Fire Emblem Fates is fantastic. Also, XCOM 2 is really good. I haven't played the other 2, but I heard they're really good too. So I think Civ 6 deserved it.
Yeah, definitely. The best fighting game was Street Fighter V. I mean, that's sort of like a clear winner
No,
because,
Pokendi.
yeah, all of these other games are sort of just like meh. You know, Pokken, King of Fighters, and then Killer Instinct. So Street Fighter is definitely like the bigger name out of all of these three combined. So
Yeah. It was kind of a no. Like, even though Street Fighter 5
yeah.
isn't that great, like the core mechanics are good, but the game itself is like not. But you know, whatever. Alright, best RPG. I have a problem with this one, right? Alright, so Witcher 3, you already had your time in the sun in last year. You don't need a win over your expansion. Come on, man. Give other people some room, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, alright, so we have Warcraft shouldn't even be here because that game is like 14 years old at this. But Legion is good, right? I played Legion. It's a good expansion, but it's an expansion. Like, come on. Dark Souls 3, that's fine. Deus Ex, that's fine. And Xenoblade Chronicles X, that's fine. Like, you couldn't find two more RPGs? Like, come on, guys.
Or just like not even have these two.
Yeah, it's like I love Xenoblade Chronicles X. I mean, it's like the only one I played over there, but I don't know, dude. Like Witcher 3, you already won like a bunch of awards last year.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to get one this year, but whatever.
You see, like next year, now they're gonna make another Witcher 3 expansion, and now they're gonna take the best RPG 3 years in a row.
I mean, I need to play this game eventually. I'm probably gonna buy it on the winter sale when it go because it's like half off now, so I could just buy all the DLC. I heard it was a great game, but you know, still, come on, give some other games.
Best action adventure game, Dishonored 2. I was actually really surprised by this. I thought it would be like Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I definitely thought
honestly.
Uncharted 4 was gonna win,
But I mean, Dishonored 2 came out not even 6 months ago. It came out very recently.
It came out last month, right?
Yeah,
So.
It came out very recently. So the fact that they were able to take a game award is pretty, fascinating. So
yeah,
I definitely thought that this was Naughty Dog's, award right here.
Yeah,
it was right
I
there
definitely
for
thought Uncharted 4 was gonna win this, but it didn't. Ratchet & Clank was actually there, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hitman was also there. Hyper Light Drifter was also there. All good games, but Dishonored 2 took it, which is weird because the PC port was really bad, and I thought, kill.
I mean, like single player games on PC are not exactly optimized the best at launch usually. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's just how it is.
All right, so best action game, Doom won, which is fair. Doom.
Yeah,
Doom is like the
because
most
all of
action
these other games are sort of just like. They're not really. I mean, I guess Battlefield and Gears in Titanfall are sort of action based. I mean, Overwatch, action
Overwatch
game. I
Overwatch,
wouldn't really say that.
Yeah, this was a weird one. Yeah, I think Doom probably fits
because
that the most.
that actually is an action game.
Yeah, you actually
really.
Ripping freaking demons apart in craft. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But not much else to say about that.
Mm-hmm. Best VR game. This is a new category, I believe. So I mean, there was really like no competition if you just like made the best game. I really don't know about any of these games. So Res Infinite took it.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure
so.
why, but I mean, Batman's on here. I heard that was like a good half an hour experience.
I probably Valkyrie probably would have won. Well, I should have won because that's actually like space sims are cool for that. But I don't know. I don't know about VR. So
I don't.
Too much
VR,
money.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah. Alright, so best mobile / handheld, Pokemon Go won. Clash Royale was there. Clash Royale was pretty fun, but
Clash Royale was actually pretty fun for like a good couple of weeks, and then I realized that it was just another game that I was gonna get really mad at, so I just deleted it.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Fates, really good. Monster Hunter Generations, really, really good, and I don't know what the last one is, so.
Severed, I don't know what that is either, but I mean, again, Pokemon Go, everyone was playing it, so given.
Yeah, it was a given, even though, it was, yeah.
Best indie game? I feel like that this one was really close because there's a lot of good games here. You got Firewatch, Hyper Light Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley, and The Witness.
Yes.
So Inside took it. I'm pretty sure that's from the people that made Limbo as well.
Yep.
So
I would have loved Stardew Valley to win because I love that game. But
I know you love Stardew Valley, so.
It's really good.
But Inside took it. I actually wanted to play Firewatch when it came out. It just I didn't know that first off it came out, and then second off I didn't know that it was also on PC because it was really advertised as like a PlayStation exclusive, and then turns out it was also on PC. So I'll probably buy it when the winter sale comes around, hopefully.
Yeah. Alright, so
games for impact. I think that these were games that were like supposed to like make you like feel bad or like something like that. I'm not sure exactly what their intentions were for this category, but That Dragon Cancer one, I believe the backstory behind this game is like he made it for his son who had cancer.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like something really, really like
depressing.
Messed up. So yeah. But I mean, I'm glad he won because, you know, everyone there was cheering him on stage when he went on, and, you know, you could definitely tell that he was thankful for the award, especially since it was a game that he made for his son, or like about his son, I guess.
I'm glad it
won. I'm not
exactly
sure what it was.
Yeah.
But best performance, this one was kind of hijacked by Uncharted 4, so literally 3 out of the 6 had Uncharted actor/actress in there. So Emily Rose as Elena, Nolan North as Nathan Drake, and then Troy Baker as Sam Drake, and then the other 2 were hijacked by Firewatch. The
only 2 voices in the game.
Yeah, literally the 2 main voices.
Good voice acting in that game though. So.
Yeah. So, and then the last one was taken by Mafia. If the Mafia person won, I would have been hella surprised. But
yeah, I mean, it was the only good thing about the game. So
obviously, Nolan North took it, and he had a pretty good speech, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people expected that one of these Uncharted 4 actor/actress would take it. So
yeah, and I think Nolan North deserves it. Last time he's gonna be doing Nathan Drake.
Last time being Nathan Drake, well deserved.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, so best music and sound design, Doom won. I'm fine with that. Doom has a good soundtrack, and the sounds are really good. Like shooting, ripping people apart. It's fun. I like it. So best art direction, Inside won.
Inside also won that.
That's fine. Overwatch was also there. Firewatch, Abzu.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I thought it was gonna be Overwatch because of their like unique characters that they came up with, and like the colorful, visuals. Oh my god.
Yeah, but there was some that's some good competition there because Abzu, that's the same people who made Journey and stuff. Firewatch looks really good. Overwatch looks really good. Uncharted 4 was just there. Like it's not really stylized.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it really like looked in terms of like best art direction, but like I feel like it shouldn't have been there, but they put it in there, so
yeah.
Best narrative, Uncharted 4 won that. Among the others were Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, and Oxenfree.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell that is.
It's like an indie game.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, Uncharted 4 winning, not really surprised because the narrative in that game is really good. But I wouldn't have been surprised if like Firewatch or Mafia 3 took it. So
yeah. Because again, Mafia 3 is the only good thing about it. But Uncharted 4, fine. Last Uncharted game. Again, I'm fine with that.
Best game direction, Blizzard took this one. Among DICE for Battlefield 1, ID Studios for Doom, Naughty Dog for Uncharted 4, and then Respawn for Titanfall 2. Best game direction, I mean, it's sort of hard to say. I would think because a lot of these games.
Yeah, a lot of these games are great. So.
So.
I guess Blizzard for Overwatch because they are doing the whole the updating Overwatch a lot, and it's not gonna stop. But obviously, so I guess Overwatch has a really bright future ahead of it. Well, the rest of these are just like, for Doom and Uncharted 4, they're single player games mostly, and for Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, they're probably gonna make another one anyway. So, I'm fine with that. And for Game of the Year, Overwatch.
Obviously, Overwatch. Honestly, a lot of these games that were here, I mean, I think any of them could have taken it. I mean, other than like maybe Titanfall 2, I don't know, really. But Uncharted 4 could have taken it. I think Inside could have taken it. Doom definitely could have taken it. But Overwatch took it because there was just so much hype around like the game itself. When it went into beta, when it went into alpha, like there was just so many people that wanted to play this game. So like when it finally came out, it obviously met with great success.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest games this year. Like everyone at least heard of Overwatch at this point. So I think they deserved Game of the Year. I'm fine with Overwatch being Game of the Year. And besides that, the game show, it was okay.
I mean,
it was pretty cringy sometimes, but
I mean, it was good with a few good like laughing moments with that like shaving razor, whatever the hell that guy was.
Yeah.
And then the guy that like ran it in front of the camera for like that split second.
Yeah, that was great.
Like. The show has like ever since they left Spike, I feel like that the show has just been going up like slowly. Obviously, I don't think it has obviously improved as much as it did last year. But I mean, I enjoyed my time watching it. I didn't think it was like a complete garbage show. So
yeah, it was good. I think
I just hope that they implement fan voting for all of these categories.
They should, because I feel like there's some bias, obviously.
Yeah, because like Witcher 3 taking that best RPG. I don't know about that. And then some other categories. So I don't know. I feel like that they should just enable fan vote for everything, but there's probably some sort of reasoning behind it. Like fanboyism might kick in, and then some people might not vote. So, I mean, I guess it works right now, but maybe down the road they can implement fan voting for everything.
Yeah, I hope so, because it'll be probably better that way.
All right, so there's actually still a couple of more news articles we need to go and get to. First up, Overcooked is releasing free holiday DLC. Did not know about this. This was awesome.
That's pretty good.
So, free DLC. It comes with 8 new levels, 2 new chefs, 2 new recipes to dish up, and a new way to cook up recipes. The Flamethrower.
Oh, God.
Santa hats for all of the chefs. And then there is a brand new wintry world map. So, I mean, free DLC is awesome, as always. So
yeah, this game's getting a lot of content. Like, when did this come out?
It came out this year. So
right.
I'm not exactly sure when, but it definitely came out this year. So, yeah, a lot of content is coming to this game, and I'm glad for it because it's such a good game.
Yeah, it's very rage-inducing, but still a really fun game.
I mean, yeah, when you're trying to work with 3 other people and, it sort of does get frustrating, especially when they're literally right next to you. So
yeah. All right, so Parappa the Rapper, it's coming
the
back.
Rappa.
Parappa the Rapper. Yeah, he's coming back, dog. When was his last game? When was his last game for PS1 or 2?
It was on PS2. It was his second game, but I guess this is supposed to be a new sequel, or maybe it's a remaster, because the PlayStation Experience is tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, I believe, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is probably going to be something that they're going to announce, because an application to the Korean Game Rating and Administration Committee from Sony had a new Parappa the Rapper title in there. So they're probably going to announce something about Parappa the Rapper. But yeah, I mean, if this comes true, I will be very, very happy, because I love both of his games. They were pretty good for their time, and it's been way too long since we've seen this guy. I mean, the last time we saw him was in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
I remember that.
So, yeah, the Smash clone, obviously. Yeah. But before we move into games we've been playing recently, I sort of want to get some predictions out for the PlayStation Experience tomorrow. So, other than Parappa the Rapper, what do you think is going to be announced tomorrow? And there is no Spider-Man 4 or Spider-Man PS4 there. They tweeted that out. So
yeah, which is sad. But probably, I hope we see something about Crash, because they said something.
Yeah.
They said something about that in E3 this year. So hopefully we see more information about Crash. Probably more information about God of War 2, because I want to see some more of that. I want to see more Horizon Zero Dawn as well. And I think I don't know, maybe Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know. I don't know if we're ever gonna see more of that game ever. That game is a fake. It's never coming out. But those are the things that I think that might be a little too ambitious for me. But maybe the Kingdom Hearts 3 might not happen. But probably something about Crash, more information about Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War as well. And I'm not even sure what else they could even. Probably some new stuff as well. But I think that's about it.
For me, anyways, obviously new Crash I would love to see. This is obviously a long stretch, but last year PlayStation Experience, I'm like, I hope they announce something about Sly Cooper. So hopefully this year something comes up, because since Zero Games is now done with Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, finally, it's been so long since they've been working on that game. So maybe they're cooking something up. I don't know. Maybe Sucker Punch is doing something. We have not seen Sucker Punch
doing.
We have not seen Sucker Punch in a while. At first it was like, hey, they're working on Spider-Man PS4, and then it was Insomniac. So what is Sucker Punch doing now? So hopefully Sucker Punch comes out on stage and announces something that they're doing. If it's a new IP, I'll be happy. If it's a new Sly Cooper, I will be ecstatic. So, obviously, Crash, Sly, the games that they showed off at E3, such as God of War. Death Stranding's probably not going to be there because they just showed it off at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
So, I'd imagine it wouldn't be there. Horizon Zero Dawn, obviously, because a lot of people are excited for that game. And hopefully we just get some new game announcements, some surprises. So
yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I believe last year they showed off Ni no Kuni 2. So
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Hopefully we get some more surprises like that. But now let's move into games we've been playing recently, and I got a couple, but I want you to go first, Damian. So what have you been playing recently, sir?
Alright, so I've been playing like 2 things. Alright, first one's obviously Pokemon Moon. I'm still not done with it. I'm almost done though. It's really good. I really love this game a lot. It makes up for X and Y because I really didn't like X and Y that much. The region is so nice. I really like the music. The Pokemon. All the new Pokemon are really great. I love all of them. Even the Pokemon you can find on grass, like there's some really weird Pokemon. You could just find Dittos and stuff. Like it's just like really random Pokemon that you could just catch. Like really good Pokemon. I just like the dialogue is pretty funny. The story. I mean, right now I'm just going through the major story bits of it right now. But yeah, it's great. I like it a lot. If you haven't gotten this game yet and you have a 3DS, get it because it's really good. It's probably like the Z moves. Like I feel like I could do out those. Like they don't really change too much as I thought they were. Like Mega Evolutions were broken, so that's why they didn't make more of them. But the Z moves are just like. I've been seeing more competitive battles with Shofu and stuff, and I don't see one Pokemon have a Z move. So they're probably pretty useless because you don't want to waste a whole slot on them, but whatever, it was a good experiment. I'd rather have Z moves than Mega Evolution because they're way too overpowered. But besides that, Pokemon Sun and Moon are fantastic, and you should get them. They're really, really good. And not really much else to say about it. All the good things you hear about it is just true. Like, they're great. And I've also been playing a game called Planet Coaster, which is a roller coaster tycoon type game, and it's really good. Yeah, I love these tycoon type games. I never played a roller coaster tycoon game before. When I was younger, I used to play a lot of Zoo Tycoon, and I was like, I play that a lot. So it's basically the same thing except with like your own theme park, and it's really good. There's a lot of customization you could do. You can make like your own stores. You can make your own roller coasters. You can make it really nice. And I spent like 3 hours making like a freaking like restaurant thingy, and,
oh my God.
And I love these type of games like Little Big Planet and stuff like that. Making stuff, it's really fun. I like it a lot. And besides that, I think that's about it. I haven't really been doing much besides playing that and.
Played some Splatoon.
I played some Splatoon. Yeah, I played some Splatoon. The game was great. Can't wait for the Switch version if if that ever is coming out ever. But besides that, yeah, that's all I've been playing really.
Alright, well, I bought 2 games on Black Friday. One of them I played more than the other, so I guess I'll start with the bigger one. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. As a person that did not play the first one, I actually plan on doing a whole game review on it, so I'll probably flesh out my thoughts in that video. But as of right now, it's a really fun game, but it's not really a good game, if I can put it at that. Because alright, so the main complaints is that it's pretty much Xenoverse 1, but with some new stuff. And obviously, I did not play the first one, so I am loving this game. It's so much fun. You literally play as your own character. It can be a Namekian, a Saiyan, a human, whatever other ones that they have on their list. I forget the other ones. You could be like a Majin Buu character, a Frieza character. So just choose one of those, customize your character on however way you want it, and then you pretty much go through the Dragon Ball Z timeline and go through certain events, and you have to fix it because there's like a new villain that has appeared within that timeline. So when you fight Frieza for the first time, Cooler's there for some reason, so you have to fix that up. And obviously this is sort of like a BS way because you're not really fixing it, you're sort of just adjusting it to the way that it's supposed to be. So but just the combat is pretty fun, but obviously it's just you pressing square and triangle and then you doing your special move. But you know what, it's still pretty fun. The customization, other than you customizing your character from the start, you could do different moves you can put on your character. You can different clothes on your character as well. And I don't know, like, sort of like describing the game sounds bad, but like as a Dragon Ball Z fan, it's just so much fun. Like, if you have never played Dragon Ball Z before, step away from this game, because when you're playing the main story mode, you will not know what's going on, because they give you no context on any of the like story missions. You sort of just have to know them, and as a person that knows like a lot about Dragon Ball Z, it's sort of hard to tell whether a new person could really dive into this game and enjoy it as much as I did, because like I said, you sort of just jump into these story segments that you have no context of, and you sort of have to just fix it because you have to fix it. So I only paid like $25 for it, so it only came out like a couple months ago, so, or like a month or two ago or whatever.
I think it came out October, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So it's a pretty recent game. It was only $25 at Best Buy, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it, and I've been enjoying it. And like, even after I finished the main story, there were still like some quests and like missions I can do, so I was doing those, and it's just super duper fun. It's just like a fun game that I can just like sit back, relax, listen to a podcast, some music, and just like chill. So the other game I was playing a little bit was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Obviously, I have not been playing that as much, but you know what? It's another Naruto game. It expands on the story a little bit. And yeah, I mean, like, comparing Naruto games to Dragon Ball Z games, Dragon Ball Z has been around for so long, they sort of just like rehash the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
But with Naruto games, when you buy a new Naruto game, they sort of add new story bits and story segments in there, just so fans that do not watch the anime or read the manga like I do could actually sort of keep track with the series. So I have not touched it since I first popped it in, other than that time you and a bunch of other people came over to play it, and we did a little 1v1 things here and there. But obviously, since I played it the most, I sort of just like beat everyone until I picked a really bad character. Then I just got my butt beat. But other than that, I mean, I played a couple games of League, but it hasn't been much because I had some school stuff that I wanted to focus on, and I sort of just wanted to play more Dragon Ball Xenoverse too. But I watched the Batman Killing Joke, and there was a lot of, I guess, bad criticism behind it, which I can definitely see why now, because like the whole like first 20 minutes or something like that, it's like sort of useless. Like,
yeah, I heard, yeah.
Like it feels like a whole like different like segment or like movie sort of, because when you jump into like the actual like Killing Joke stuff, it's like a completely different tone. It's like sort of like a different setting, kind of. I mean, like, obviously it's still in Gotham, but like it just feels different compared to like the beginning section. So but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't obviously the best Batman animated film. I still stand by the fact that Batman Under the Red Hood is like the best Batman animated movie I have ever seen. So, but you know what? The Killing Joke, I paid like $7 for it. It's not that bad, for like a $7 pop-in movie. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing / watching or whatever. So, I guess we could get into the Walking Dead talk as the last part of the show. Obviously spoilers, so if you guys have not watched The Walking Dead yet, the last 2 episodes that have released, leave now and you won't be spoiled. But if you don't care or what happens, stick around because we're going to discuss it for 10-15 minutes. So the first episode, or 2 weeks ago I should say, that we're going to talk about is the one where it's focused on Maggie and Sasha at Hilltop.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of like conflict going on because Maggie and Sasha wants Maggie to stay, but the leader, I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't know, some old dude. We saw him earlier in was it this season that we saw him? No, it was last season, right?
Yeah, last season.
Yeah.
Last season we saw him, and he just doesn't want them there. I don't know why, but I guess it's because if they see Maggie and Sasha there will definitely be trouble. So. But the whole episode, I think it was pretty good because it built a lot of character for Maggie and Sasha, and like that whole scene with the old guy from Hilltop and just like the Negan's crew, just like everything like that. Like it definitely looked like he was about to blow up their spot.
Yeah.
And thank God that Jesus put them in a different closet. So
that was Trevor would have found them. That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. But he just showed him his wine, and then he took them all.
Yeah.
But back at the Alexandria, I believe it's like Michonne's like, we can't live like this, or like this is not how it's supposed to be, or and stuff like that. But Carl's on a mission. Carl is definitely on a mission to kill Negan, and we see it throughout the episode that he's like hanging out with what's her face? I forget her name.
What was?
I believe it's Eden or whatever.
It's some way yeah.
Yeah, Eden. They sort of just like walk to Hilltop together, and I guess it's sort of cute. You know, they're like bonding and stuff. And
yeah, it was not the episode where they found like roller skates out of nowhere and they started roller skating a bit or something. Yeah. I'm like, all right, guys, come on.
I mean, I liked it. It was pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, Carl's definitely trying to go out for Negan, and then Sasha gives Jesus like this secret mission. It's like, find out where Negan lives. So when Jesus gets on one of the trucks, he's like, Carl's there, and like that sort of like surprised me that like Carl was like that open. He's like, hey man.
Yeah, he just like, what's up, dog? It's just like, oh, hi, hey, and then it just ends there.
Yeah, the episode didn't really accomplish anything. Like, I mean, obviously the big picture now that Jesus and Carl are now going to the Savior's location, that's sort of big. And then Maggie and Sasha being able to stay at Hilltop and stuff like that. So, and Eden's there too now. So, but I felt like the whole episode was, you know, pretty decent. Obviously, ever since the season premiere, nothing has ever beaten it yet.
Oh yeah.
So, but you know what? Every single episode thus far has just been building upon the next encounter with Rick and Negan, and yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was it was decent. You know, like you said, it started a tension, like, because, you know, even though Negan wasn't there.
Yeah, the possibility of just Maggie and Sasha being found out.
Yeah, and you know, all Negan's men were still there, so they could have just killed everyone anyway, because there's so many of them. But you know, it's still just showing the power he has. You know, they could just take whatever they want, and you know, they can't really say anything about it. And you know, it was still good. You know, still a good episode. We saw Maggie finally. You know, she hasn't shown up for a while, so it was good to see her again. And what's her face, Sasha, as well. Yeah. So yeah, it was a pretty decent episode. You know, it wasn't as good as the last few, but you know, it was still good.
The next episode, it starred Tara, and this is like the worst like rated episode ever, in Walking Dead history or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read something on Twitter like that, or it could have been fake, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was like the lowest rated episode, because it was literally filler, just to like fill in on where Sasha or where Tara was and how she came back to Alexandria. And
I totally forgot about her.
Yeah, I completely forgot about her, and on top of that, I forgot that she was gone before her girlfriend got killed.
Yeah.
So when she came back to Alexandria and she was sad that her girlfriend was there, I was like, oh, wait, she's been gone for this long?
Yeah.
Like, that sort of surprised me. And, like, the whole, like, opening sequence with her, like, washing up on the beach, I was like, is this before the apocalypse or afterwards? And then, like, when everything started to, like, piece together and everything like that, it sort of made sense.
Yeah.
So, but the whole community Oceanside, the fact that it was filled with all girls was, like, sort of, you know, surprising at first. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, like, why are there no men here? And then when they started to, you know, get their guns, and then they actually were trying to kill Tara, but she managed to convince them that she was good, and when she got caught lying. I mean, like, I think the episode was definitely not the greatest, but I thought that it was, you know, okay. It would have been a lot better if it was focused on something else, but you know what? I'm assuming that something's going to happen with Tara. And also, we don't know where Heath is, you know.
Yeah, that other dude, yeah. I don't know what happened to him. He kind of just, like...
dipped.
Like, yeah, he didn't, like, dip, but he kind of just, like, I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he got out safe because they did the whole fake out like, oh, this.
Oh
this
yeah, that whole fake out. I was like,
come on, guys.
I was like, oh no, he died, and I was like, wait, that's not him. And then when she got back to Alexandria, I was like, they're gonna show him, right? No, okay.
Yeah, he's just gone for now. But the whole, obviously that place is gonna come back because they have a bunch of guns, and Tara's probably gonna be like, all right, we probably need to go back and get those guns, Doc. So they're probably gonna maybe align with them, maybe if they want to.
I mean, she kept her promise. She didn't tell what's her face about it. So yeah.
Yeah, so. But there's probably if they don't go back there, then this episode was a total waste of time. But that's why I think they are gonna come back because there's no point in showing this place if they're not gonna come back to it because they clearly showed they have like a lot of weapons. So if they could align with the other.
But it looks like they know what they're doing, to be honest. So I feel like if Rick goes in there with his group with no guns to their advantage at all. I feel like it's not going to end up well. And also the part where it was like we know about the saviors and like the whole thing with Oceanside being part of the saviors at one point, and then they just got up one night and then just left. That was sort of just like weird. So I don't know. Maybe the saviors will find Oceanside, or like you said, they will go back to Oceanside and take all of the guns and maybe even kill all of them. I don't know.
Geez.
But I mean, this show, obviously, from the season premiere, they have done a lot of stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were to go back or if the saviors were to find them or something like that. So
yeah. So basically, it was okay. Like, it wasn't the best episode at all, but it's still like I feel like this place is gonna come back, so it's not a total waste of time. But besides that,
but if they don't come back, it'll
then it was actually a waste of my time. Yeah. So, but it was still like, it was alright.
Yeah. But that is the end of the Two Players podcast. Thank you guys for listening once again. I really appreciate it. And we will see you guys again in 2 weeks from now with more news, games we've been playing recently, and Walking Dead talk.
Well, yeah, later.